Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing fantastic. It's yet another great video. Well, you're gonna absolutely love this one. Why? Because it's gonna be super awesome. So make sure you got your notepad, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and also make sure you hit the like button because it really helps the channel, and that's how we get to do more and more videos every time right here. So let's get started. So if you missed part one, please watch that because this is gonna totally not make too much sense unless you're just watching for fun. And if you missed part two, please watch that because the same reason basically. But if I go into Photoshop right quick, you can see where we left off. I still got the doodle drawings there. If I could take them off, maybe create a new layer for the drawings that I'm gonna do right now. Okay, let's get the Wacom tablet, get my pen tool, hit Z on the keyboard and zoom right in. So as you saw in Dreamweaver, we were about we did this bit. Let's go back to Dreamweaver real quick. So as you can see, that's this section here. If I jump back to Photoshop, you can see basically that bit there was done. So now obviously as an email developer, let's write that down. Email developer. That was pretty rapid, right? As an email developer, obviously you are trying to I don't know what I did to that layer because it turned red. Okay, I pressed Q for some reason, that turns it red. I don't know what Q is, but what I actually wanted to press was E to get rid of that. And then back to the brush tool. Okay, so as an email developer, obviously you're trying to, progress bit by bit. So obviously you do this within a day or so, or a couple hours, depending on how quick you're coding and stuff. So obviously we've done this. What's gonna make this section easy is because this bit here is actually a duplicate of that section which we already did. Okay, so that's how email marketing works. Certain sections basically are duplicated, so you can actually just just copy and paste your stuff, so you don't have to like work as hard. Close that, new layer. so yeah, we did this. And so obviously we now know that this is a duplicate of that. So that's great. So to begin, obviously we're gonna need to, there's two ways to do this. You can slice out this little image, right, with the little corner bit here. So if I turn this off, you can see that this image, okay, close that, new layer. Oh, I deleted something. Okay, so you can see that this little corner here is pointy, yeah, and then obviously this little corner there is pointy as well. So either you slice out this whole thing, right, and then use that as its own separate image, right, or part two, you can just cut out this whole thing as in one image, which would be not a bad shout. So, but the only problem with that, see, this is why email marketing is a bit tricky sometimes. If you didn't want this icon to then scale down, so on desktop it's gonna look like that big, but on a mobile phone like iPhone, because it's gonna need to scale down, it's probably gonna reduce in size. So what you end up is a variation in size. So if you didn't want the variation in size when it scales down, you can actually export these things separately, right? So this can be one image, and that little thing with the pointy magic, which I explained just now, can be another image, which is what we're gonna do. Also, the image at the bottom here, so that image at the bottom there, that's gonna be another image. Okay, and what else is gonna be an image? Well, we already know this section is done, so I'm not gonna code this section because it's already up here. The only thing I'm gonna take note of is this color. How about we have fun and play with different, oh, okay, change the color. Oh yeah, play with different colors. Right, so yeah, so we're gonna make note of this hex code value, which is this color, this gray thing that you're seeing, as opposed to this hue, which is white. So you got white and you got gray. So you gotta take note of that. And also obviously in your font styling, you gotta take note of that, because that this is gonna be something like the London Gatwick part is gonna be like span. Okay, so it's like a span tag, and then it says something like London Gatwick, obviously caps log on the Gatwick, and then you close the span tag. Okay, and then when you close it, and then in here obviously you put your style equals color, and then you do pound sign, and then dot dot dot, whatever the color is, and then you close that style tag like that. So obviously that's what we're doing to do that part there. So after we finish this part here, yeah, we're gonna call it a day. And obviously with the downloads anyway, and I'm sure you can connect part 1, part 2, part 3 and kind of get the value and benefit of this, because I mean it's a beautiful email, come on. So it is what it is. Part 1 was pretty much all the stuff at the top. Part 2, part 3, I'm not saying this is going to be like going down and saying part 4, part 5, whatever, but you know, we just going with the flow. Make sure you subscribe, because you never know what gets dropped in this channel. So that being said, let's jump into Dreamweaver. So in Dreamweaver you can see where we are. If I go to split mode, if I scroll all the way down, you can see, okay, that's the progress we've done, which is absolutely fine. And get a drink. 10 points if you can comment section what drink I'm having. But I know nobody's gonna be able to guess it, but it's fine. Okay, so we basically need to scroll. I mean, you can collapse in Dreamweaver. I mean, another application you can collapse stuff as well. So here you can collapse stuff. Okay. Okay, let's create a section here. Okay, if you watch part 1, you sort of understand what all that is doing and stuff like that. I'm not doing it on this bit entirely because it's just optional, really. It's not like you just have to do it every time, it's optional. But anyway, so we're gonna put in the image first, but we want everything contained, so we're gonna nest. Let's see how that works out for us. For nest, push this out. Also remember, this container is 460 as opposed to the, let me see if I paste, if I have it, as opposed to the what we normally have. See, this is too big, so okay, if I click here, do that, so it's 900, but it needs to be 460. So if I click here and change that to 460, boom, okay, everything falls into place. Don't panic, don't be like, oh no, this thing is not working, you know, it's breaking, you know, but yeah, it's fine. Just, you know, put the right numbers in and it's actually going to work fine. So that's that image. Next up, we can actually just copy this whole section. Well, you know, I have a little tip. You always need to kind of do this. So style, we can do border none. Okay, if it's a link, if it's got a link behind it, you don't want the blue border showing in Outlook. And what else do you want to do? You can do display block. Why do you want to do display block? So that it stretches the whole way through, which is already doing by default. We just had to put that in there if you want. And scroll down, see what's happening? Okay, great. Here I could do style. Let's see, style, padding, bottom. Let me see, something like 10. Actually, for this whole section, I'm also gonna color pick this gray. I don't have to zoom in, I can just color pick anyway. Actually, the number was F4, F4, F4. So I could do, how do I do this? Actually, I do it outside, VG color. And it's just a bunch of F4s, F4, F4, F4. That's that gray color. Okay, let's see what we got. Probably can't see much because nothing else, no content is in there. If I copy this TRTR, paste it underneath, we can put in the icon. Let me just grab that link. Okay, let me see if I have it. If I paste, let's see what one comes in. Okay, I mean, wow, that's great. It's like stretched and stuff. So if I come here and say align center, boom. Okay, that's looking fabulous. I mean, that is looking like if I go to Photoshop, is that looking close? All right, probably is. So let's go back to Dreamweaver and see what we can do. Underneath here, we're gonna do our section. See, you know, if I wanted to be extra, you know, taking my time, making sure everything, you know, is commented out, I'll do something like this. I'll do something like text here, you know, that type of thing. And then I will close it here and say, you know, text ends here, or I just do my back ticks. So I know that text is actually working in there. So one thing I'm going to tell you, if I go to Photoshop, is that the text, grab a new layer, brush tool. So if I actually zoom in, so okay, I don't need to zoom in, brush tool. So basically you can tell that the great, I'm drawing with literally gray, so nothing shows unless I draw over it. So let's invert the colors here. Let's start drawing with orange again. Okay, so you can see that there's a little indentation there. There's a little indentation, right? Okay, so I'm sure you know this already because I always talk about it, but yeah, if I go back to Dreamweaver, I mean, the best way I can just hit caps lock for some reason. Let's see. Oh yeah, I hit caps lock. Okay, cool. I took it off. So I'm gonna hit T, 90, line center. Let's see what happens. Okay. Trying to grab the text. Just give me a moment. Paste. Okay. Boom. So we got that text in there. I think the text is align centered, and there's some sort of padding at the top. I could do some style padding top. You know what? I'm feeling like doing like padding 10 pixels, 10 pixels, 0. Okay, let's do that. I'll be more generous, 20. Okay. I'm gonna scroll up and look for some styling, which is already done for text. So something like, I'm just gonna copy this bit, okay, and I'm gonna come where we are here and just actually paste that in here. Okay, but I'll need to sort of like bump up the font size to like, what do you think this font size is if I come back to Photoshop? This is about, we can start with 16, we could go to 18, we can go to 20 if we're not happy, but it's definitely not 11, so we go 16. Okay. 18. Okay. 18 doesn't look too bad either. So we could do font line height of like 26. This is just like, yeah, guessing my numbers around. That looks a lot, so maybe 24. Still looks a lot to me. Okay, that looks about, yeah, about better, you know. So if I go back to Photoshop, you can see what I'm working with. Looks like it's bold as well, so interesting to have a paragraph bold, but we can try. Font weight, and we do bold. Boom. Okay, now it's looking dark, like, yeah, well, it is what it is. I'm just gonna leave it like that, because I mean, unless I'm wrong, that definitely looks a bit darker, because without it being bold, it kind of looks thin on the text. Let me show you. Take out the bold, it looks light. Put the D back in. Oh man, it looks, yeah. Put the D back in. Okay. Okay, so right, so there we go. I'm gonna keep with that. And right, where we at? Let me see. Another way you could do a spacer, but we already got a space. Anyway, skip that. It's in the course. It's in other videos on YouTube as well. Anyway, but I'm just gonna push through and see what I can do. Maybe I can copy this whole row. One thing I definitely am gonna change is this bit. I'm just gonna do padding bottom on this one. I don't need the top. Oh, padding. If I can spell. See, sometimes it's better if you can spell, you know, because you gotta mess it up if you can't spell. And you're typing it all over the place. And you're doing, you know, typos and everything. Unless you're copying and pasting, then it's good. All right, but you know, sometimes. Hey, you remember this part when we were talking about you're gonna do a span? That's the part I was talking about. And obviously you do a style. You remember I was typing some. I was scripting. I was doodling. I was drawing. I was writing. Yeah. We're gonna do color, and the color is going to be ... because we are going to go into Photoshop, color pick that color. Ain't it a joy to work in Photoshop, how you can just not need to ask anybody, oh, what's the color? Or no, don't worry about it, I'll just color pick it, it's fine. Okay. Cool. Go back to Dreamweaver, and what we're gonna do is get rid of the 3 dots, because obviously that's wrong, and then put that. Oh my god, that is, man. Anyway, so yeah, that's working out great for us. And let me see. So obviously now we've got to the part where we need to add in, I'm not sure now. See, this is the problem, because I didn't comment stuff out. Okay, so I'm guessing it's this part that I actually need. Okay, copy that. Yeah, see, this is why it's good to comment your stuff out. Just saying. Okay, paste that in there. Refresh. Okay, that's where we are. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm just like, whoa, just like, wow, what's going on? So yeah, clearly something going on with the numbers, because one thing I'm noticing is, wait, let me actually see if I scroll down. Yeah, something happening with the numbers. So here obviously there's a bigger gap here, but here there's not a bigger gap there. So yeah, it's not cool. Let's see. Maybe. Yeah, there probably needs to be some separate numbers and calculations and stuff Yeah, I did not anticipate to do that, but let's see what we can do. So it's 100%, so it's going all the way to the edge. And we got pixel values here. Yeah, so okay, here's how I would tackle it, right? Because I'm definitely not gonna do it right now, but before I tackle it, I just want to finish off the whole layout. So I'm gonna click this image. You know how I like to give people homework? I'm great at that, you know. I'm just like great at giving people homework. Hang on a second. Let's see, outside here, paste that in. Okay, and if I copy this image, just trying to look for this image link. Okay, if I replace this one, because obviously it looks wrong here, you can tell. If I paste that and then that does that, that's great. So if I was to do this, let's see how we look in. Okay, click this. Okay, so obviously you can see that there's a little bit of gray outside here. Okay, that is happening because I gave this whole section, if I find it, oh wow, there's a lot of code. Okay, so this bit here is to come off and perhaps come on maybe in here. Let's try that. Okay, and if I go back to live mode, click on the text, yeah, that goes away. So okay, so now you can see we actually succeeded. The only thing that is not working out well for us is, okay, the text obviously is pushing in correctly. That's great. Let's go to Photoshop. Sorry, I gotta zoom out a little bit. Okay, the only thing which is missing is this bit here. Okay, so it's just the mathematical number to get that done right. That's all it is. And at the moment I am not gonna do that 100%, guys. I'm just being real, I'm just being honest. You just have to do the same mathematical math. And in doing that mathematical math, one tip I'll give you is that you have to sort of like get rid of let me show you. Yeah, so is it this bit? No, that bit's fine. So this bit, 100%, things with like percentage values, this one's fine. Yeah, things with percentage values like this one, 100%, you might want to change, well, you will want to change it to being a pixel value. So, you know, being a pixel value, meaning that basically you want it to be something like 245 plus 245, you're looking at 490 or something like that. So basically you want it to be a pixel value so that you can precisely control the left and right, because if you make it a percentage, the scale is difficult to control, you know, to be pixel perfect, you know, because it's just gonna have a mind of its own. But you know what, you guys are pros now, so many videos on the channel. However, let me say this, if you struggle, put the comment in the comment section and I will specifically make a video about how to fix. I mean, really, I will do it, it's easy, but it's like, if you want me to do it, I'll do it. But it's just literally just working out the mathematics to like just thinking in terms of like, okay, this is like, this is like 20 pixels, right? Like we always do. And then you come over this side, you're like, oh, this bit is like 20 pixels. All right, cool. And then you think about the whole box, like you say, oh, this box is like let's say 4 doesn't matter for 50 pixels. Okay, great. And then you do your math to kind of figure out this, instead of being 245, now it's got to be something like 230 because of and then this becomes 230. I'm not saying it's 230, I'm just, and then obviously you want to keep that as 10 pixels, and then obviously that's how you kind of are gonna have to do the mathematics, but with precise numbers, okay, not just these 230s that I'm throwing out there, but that's the the logic of like trying to work out that section. So give it a go. Let me know how you get on. If you struggle, okay, of course I'm gonna have to come and do a little video, something like that. Maybe it's gonna be 5 minutes long, who knows. But yeah, for now I'm gonna leave this with you guys and just say, yay, we kind of we did all right. We didn't do too bad. We didn't do too bad. It's kind of got there slowly. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and subscribe, hit the like button. Let's get to like 1,000 likes or something like that. Share it, do whatever you want. Comment in the comment section, give me a thumbs up, do all that great stuff. Shout out to everybody that's on the course already, and shout out to everybody that's giving support to the channel, whether it being buying me a coffee and encouraging me to keep coming out and doing this video. So shout out to you, because you make it happen. But yeah, until next time, you never know what's gonna be the next video, but yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Hey, hope you're having a good day. I got some good news. The course is now available. Click the link below to get full access, and if you're new, consider subscribing.